I want to start off by saying that I lost my mic. It fell somewhere on the floor. It's one of those things that I talked about in the previous episode about if it falls, it's lost forever unless someone else can find it for me. And it's a small thing, so they like to bounce and jump around, so I don't know where it's at now. It's probably in China, but welcome back to Being Blackout, where we hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil. I'm your girl, Blackout. And on today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit about prophets. So I'm not going to let not having a mic stop me. And if you hear the background noise, I'm sorry. Like I said, there's no mic. I had 2 mics. Now those 2 mics are lost somewhere in my room. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go. Swamos, let's go. Okay, so prophets, they're everywhere. They're popping up left and right, up and down. They're all over the place. Everybody's a prophet, right? Everybody's a prophet. Everybody and their mama's a prophet. And they ain't heard from the God creator of everything. A day in their life, they've never heard from God. And they out here trying to tell you something. But let me tell you something. You do not need a prophet, a priest, a preacher, a pastor, a bishop, or whatever tell you anything. You can go to God yourself and talk to God. You can go to God and you can talk to God and you can ask God and you can, and God will get to you. It's not going to take, most of the time it don't take, it could take a long time or you might not hear, but it's not going to take, most of the time it's not going to take years for you to hear back. Or it's not going to take years for God to get back to you, to answer you. And if you're like, but Blackout, I've been praying, I've been talking to God, well, then keep going, keep doing it. And if you ain't heard back by now, then there's a few things I want you to check. Okay, first thing. Hey, you talking to God, right? You saying you praying. What's your heart posture? What are you praying to God about? What are you asking Him for? What are you talking to Him about? What are you saying? Are you just over here asking God, give me this, give me that, give me that? What are you asking? Check yourself. What you are asking God for? What you are talking to Him about? What are you laying at His feet? What's going on with your prayers? Okay, so that's the first thing. Check what you're actually praying about. Your heart posture. Why did I say heart? Heart posture. Your heart posture. Okay. Go ahead and check that. That can probably be the second thing. I feel like that's all one thing, but whatever floats your boat. Okay. That's first things first. Second thing can be, He probably already did answer you, and it's not the answer you wanted to hear. It's not an answer you like. It's not what you were hoping for. You probably hoping for riches and wealth, and that's not how God works. He's not just out. That's not how it works. God don't work in riches and things. Y'all not read the story of Jesus? Jesus didn't have money. His apostles, they didn't have money. The disciples, they didn't have money. He told them to put down their purse and walk with Him. He said, leave your family and everybody behind. Y'all over here hoping for relationships to work out that God more than likely didn't tell you that was a relationship for you. You want what you want, and you want God to give it to you, and that's not how it works. So, let's first change. Let's go ahead and think about that. It might not be the answer, so that goes back to the first thing. Check your heart posture and what you're asking for. Are you asking God what is best for you? What He wants you to do? What does He want for you? Are you asking Him to change your heart, change your perspective of the way you're seeing things, asking Him for some understanding and wisdom for why things are, why you're going through this, how to get through this? Are you asking Him to help you through what you're going through? Or are you asking Him to take you out of it completely and you don't got to do no work at all? You just like, God, just please, just handle it all. Because I've been there, I've done that. I said, God, please, I want to change, but I don't want to do the work. I need you to just make me a little puppet and change me to be what you want me to be. And that's that. I don't want to do anything. And that's not how it works. We have free will and everything. We got to change. It's a whole process to it that we got to do. And if you ask God just to move on, no, like I said, change hurts. I've said that in a YouTube video that I just posted today, so that's why I said like I said. But yeah, change hurts. Healing hurts. Pain is going to be pain. Dying to yourself is going to hurt. It's going to be painful. You don't want him to take you out of it too soon. You want to ask him to help you receive the change, receive the healing, receive the lesson that you're supposed to gain from whatever you're going through, to make sure you're able to withstand the fire. You can go through whatever you need to go through, and it don't hurt you no more, right? You want to ask him for the strength and the will to get through. That's what you want to be asking for. You want him to help and stuff, yeah, and provide you the tools and things, but y'all want it all. Like, I'm not gonna say y'all, I don't know who you are and what you got going on, but I know I want it all. A lot of people want it. People want God to be where God isn't found. People don't want to go to where God is. They want God to come to them, cater to them, where God said already that he's not with any of that. He's not with the mess. He's not condoning that. He's not going to think, let you believe that it's okay. You don't want your correction. You don't want to be punished for what you've done. You don't want to take on the consequences of your own actions. Instead of like, God, take me out of this situation that I keep getting myself in. And that's got to help you change yourself, that you won't keep getting yourself into that situation. Oh, I'm going off a little bit, but okay. Didn't expect that, but it needs to be said. And these are lessons I had to learn myself. People, these false prophets, these people online, they want to cater to you, make you, it's your season, it's your day. God said it's for you. You gonna get the riches. You gonna get that man you want. You gonna get this, and you gonna get that. You gonna get the job you want. You do not need nobody to tell you nothing about what God said. You can go read that Bible just like the rest of them, and you can ask God for some understanding, some wisdom, and you build that relationship with God. You go in your closet, you go in your room, you go wherever you need to, and you speak to him. You speak to him like he's right there, like he's in front of your face, because he is the only person you can talk to. Like, you can hear him. You speak to him like that, like he's a friend, like he's a father. You can do that. You can do that. You can do that. You can do that. And he'll hear you. But you got to change. Do you hear him? Is the question. Are you hearing him? God listens, God hears, and he will do what you want him to do, but you have to do it in the right heart. You have to first change your heart. You have to first see what you're asking. What are you doing? Your actions, and how, like, I did not expect to do this. What am I doing? Anyways, so I can talk, like, because these are things, like I said, I've been through, I've seen, I've been that one that, God, please just take me away from my consequences. Don't let me suffer going blind. I don't want that. And he told me, I got the answer. He said, you won't if you, and I did not listen. I didn't want to do it. I wasn't ready to hear it. I wasn't ready to receive it. I wasn't in the mind frame. I didn't ask God the right things. I didn't ask God to change me, change my mind, deliver me from a reprobate mind, and clean out. Because people want to follow their heart, and their heart's going to lead them astray. They're going to lead them straight to hell. I'm telling you, people's like, follow your heart. No, don't do that. Change your heart first. You got to change your heart first. You can't just follow your heart, because it'll take you any and everywhere that you should not be going, and it'll get you into a whole lot of trouble. Don't trust that heart. Don't trust your feelings. Don't do it. I'm telling you. Don't trust what you want. Don't do it. I'm telling you, because it's going to lead you down a path. It's going to lead you somewhere, and you're going to wonder why you're keeping it up here, because you have not changed your heart. You did not ask God to change your heart. You too busy asking for some riches. You too busy asking for a brand new car. You too busy asking for that job that's going to pay billions of dollars. You too busy asking for that apartment, that house, that man, that woman that you are lusting after, that you want to worship you, that you want to worship them, man. You want to worship your partner. That's another thing. People want to worship people. I've done it, and I wanted to be worshipped by that man too. We're not thinking about it in that way when we're in it, or when the way people spend it out here. You're watching the love movies and the love shows and all that stuff, and you want to be in love and this, that, and the third. You're not thinking about it, but when you really think about it, you want to be worshipped by that person, and you are essentially worshiping that person. Some of them and now other people a little bit more, I wasn't doing the most, but when I really got down to it, I was putting that person before God. But I've said, I want God to be in my relationship first and foremost. But what this man wanted and what God wanted me to do, I didn't do what God wanted me to do. I did what this man wanted me to do. And essentially putting that man in front of God. That was a big no-no. Shouldn't do that. But I shouldn't have did that. But it's a lesson learned. And we make mistakes. God knows that. And He knows our hearts. Just ask to see where you're going wrong, where you can fix which mistakes you have made. And that's part of the learning and growing process. And it's a long-suffering journey down that road that we're going on to get to God, right? So, first things first, check what you're asking God. Check your heart posture. Check what you're over there coming to God for. Second thing, like, do you want a quick fix? Is that what you're looking for? You have some patience, too. Have some patience. Because He's probably answering you, but that answer is a long answer. It's not only just a yes or a no, or it's a process He's bringing you through to get you to where you want to be. You probably like, I want to be this, I want to be here, but there's a process you have to go through. There's probably a fire you have to go through, a path you have to walk in order to get to where you want to be, and God is helping you get there, but you just too busy stuck in the pain of it all, because it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. Your flesh, dying of your old self is going to hurt. It's not an easy path. It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. That's why you need God's help and to continue. And you need the right people to help you and tell you these things to keep you on track. The right type of people around you. Like I said, don't go through these false prophets, because they profit, all right. They gonna profit off of your desperation. They making money off your desperation. They're profiting off of you. Okay, that's all they thinking about, is how they can make money, or they feel good about saying certain things and letting people believe, because they might not be bad people or think they're doing bad or trying to intentionally steer you wrong or intentionally steer people wrong. And, I'd be careful with that, though, because you're leading people astray. You still got, God to deal with at the end of the day. But I don't, some of them, a lot of them are not trying to be malicious. I think a lot of them are. A lot of them just see dollar signs, dollar bills, and they know it's a profitable thing to get into and get people listening. Some just want to feel good, and it feels good, and they feel like they helping or something, whatever. I've listened to a few different prophets, and when you start to read your Bible and you have your build a relationship with God, you start to see a little differently. You start to see what they're actually saying, what these prophets and people on YouTube and all of that people out here are saying for real. When you're like, that don't sound right. What are you talking about? That don't sound right. But the people over there hooping and hollering like, yeah, and you're like, what is wrong with y'all? You don't see what's happening? You don't see what they're saying? You're not listening to what they're telling you? But when your heart's not in the right place, or they telling you what you want to hear, or it sounds good to you, it's easy to get caught up in that. And I didn't see that until these past few years since going blind. I told y'all, since going blind, my eyes started to open. I haven't really spoken much about my faith and what I've seen yet on this podcast. I gave a little glimpses, but it was heavy in my heart right now, and I didn't expect to really go off on this podcast right now, but I did. But I think that's all I'm going to say. I'm trying to say, I said, check your heart posture. Are you listening for, God's probably answering. It's probably an answer you don't want to hear. Really, check that. And was there anything else I wanted to say? Check what you're asking God for, really, truly. Mindset. It's not a God problem, it's a you problem. And if you ain't hearing, see what you got to do. And keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You might have to pivot a little, like I say, you might have to switch up the way you've been talking and figure this out. Because like I say, you're like, but Blanket, I've been talking, I've been trying, I've been switching, and I've been dipping. And have some patience. Have some patience. This long suffering, have some patience. And yeah, it answers little by little, but it's there. And you just need to learn how to see it. Sometimes it'll be right in front of your face, but you're too blind to see it. You're blind. You can't see the answer. You can't see the good that's in. You're like, oh no, that's a negative. I don't like that though. I don't want to do that. I don't like that. Ooh, you just see what it looks like up front and looks bad to you. But then if you actually do it or you get through it, you're like, oh, that wasn't that bad. Or, oh, I needed that. It sucked, but the reward was so well worth it. The reward is so well worth it. The reward is so well worth it. What is, like, people keep telling me, the greater the suffering, the greater the reward. The reward is very worth it, but you gotta switch your mindset as to what the reward is. Yeah, I've learned that because when people tell me that, I was like, oh, will I get money? Oh, will I get rich? Will I? And as time gone on, I've learned that's not the reward. The money, the houses, the cars, the land, that is not the reward. Those are some tools you can use to help you, but those are not the reward. That's not the reward, baby. That's not the reward. I'm telling you, it's not the reward. Get to go ask God what the reward. Go get to know God, and you're gonna find out what the reward is yourself. I can tell you, just like everybody else can tell me things, but I didn't know until I actually understood and experienced things for myself. You go experience it for yourself, and you understand what the real reward is. Okay, and when you do, or whatever, come back, comment, leave a comment, follow whatever, and let me know what's going on and what that reward is. It's not. I'm just gonna tell you what it's not. It's not like I said. It's not the material things. It's not even your family. It's none. It's none of that. It's none of that. It's none of that. So I'm gonna leave you on that. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and get up on out of here before I continue to talk, because I think I can probably continue, but you're going to hear a lot of ums and ums, so I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Being Blackout. You go blackout, I'm outie 3000. Let's get it, let's go, let's get it, let's go. Adios, adios, let's go.